Right where we started from for 44380, we got Ron Clift.
Oh,
Clifty. They're going to ramble, so get your geek on. It's time to ramble. There's no need to gamble. Unzip and let your nerd out. It's time to ramble. They're here to unscramble all the latest cool stuff. It's time to ramble. No need to stumble into He-Man's mother's pussy. It's time to ramble. Jerry, Eddie, and sometimes all right, Cody too, giving you the gospel. Hell to the na.
Whoa.
Bishop Bullwinkle style right there. Ron Cliff,
Yeah.
thank you for those lyrics.
Yeah.
Again,
Almost Paul Heyman that a little bit. You almost Paul Heyman a little bit.
Almost. You could email us, ramble@theramblepod.com, if you would like to add your own lyrics to that. You can also find us on Instagram at Podcast Ramble. You can see our beautiful faces on YouTube at the Ramble Tube. We have our TeePublic merch page. 5-star rating. Subscribe to the Ramble. Give it a 5-star rating and a positive text review. If you don't do those things, you're a fucking chump.
What other podcast lets you write the lyrics to the theme song?
To its theme song.
And we don't censor them. We read you. You sing what we've got.
I mean, we could.
We could.
It depends on what gets sent.
Right.
I don't think we have the Proud Boy contingent, but if we did and they sent some in, it probably might want to mark those, but this is a Ramble podcast, a Geek's Guide to Pop Culture. Eddie, I don't know if you knew this or not, but we are the geeks.
Yeah.
I'm a comedian, podcaster, cancer fighter, cougher, Jerry Rocha. Right there, we have the one and only.
Comedian, podcaster, builder of stair banisters. That's what I did while I at my parents' house.
Helping mom, pa.
Helping mom, pa. They pa took in the garage the other day, took a spill down the stairs. It was only like 5 steps. It's like 5 steps, right?
Yeah.
And he's
okay?
He's okay. Scraped up his leg. What happened was he's not too mobile and speedy anymore. He's got a bad back. He's got neuropathy in his feet. So he's having some falling bouts. So we always want him to have his cane with him, and sometimes he's stubborn, forgets the cane. And this one instance, he was walking out the garage door, and his little dog was trying to get out, so they always have to sort of shoo the dog away as you're shutting the door.
Right.
But he had a bag full of garbage he was also taking out.
Fuck.
So he did that, and he lost his balance, and he tried to shut the door real quick, and he leans forward because he's got a bad back, right? So he leans forward, goes to shut the door, hits himself in the head with the door, goes out for a few seconds, wakes up 5 stairs. He's on the floor. He's falling down.
He has no memory of the fall.
No memory of the fall. And so I'm like, so I get there. This happens while I'm here, and I'm like, Dad, there's no banister on these steps. There's no railing for you to grab onto. It's just a wall and 5 steps. I'm like, you guys in your 80s, we need a banister. We need a railing here. So
where'd you get the parts?
I went to the hardware store and I bought the parts.
You did it all. You did all this.
I did it all for my pops.
The good son.
And look at that.
Look at you. Look at
Put that up.
Damn.
Right there. Banister.
Wow.
So now he's got something to hold on to as he's going down the steps.
Genius.
So
fucking Eddie, look at you.
That's what I did today.
And you can't leave a 5-star rating and a positive text review at home? You can't subscribe to this after all that?
Yeah. Well.
Now, since he's okay.
Yeah.
There's part of you wish you could have filmed every spill he's taken and put
absolutely
like a yakety sax compilation.
I need cameras in every room.
Right. And just
because he usually
just play it.
Because he takes a spill at least once a week somewhere in the house. And we got to catch it on camera. We could have a greatest hits right now.
Your dad's a tough old man.
Tough old son of a bitch.
There's a lot of falls.
Yeah, he's tough too. He just gets right back up. So.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Does he like Sting? He just unfazed. He just pops right back up
just pops
when
up.
Sting does the no sell. So your dad just literally is Your dad is no selling concrete and wood.
Yeah.
On a daily basis.
No sold it.
Shit.
The universe was like, here, man, let me knock you down these steps, and he just gets up and no-sells
the universe.
No-sold the
universe. What are you doing to me? It's gonna no-sell this. Fucking amazing. Look at that, Eddie. What a man. I had radiation today. I didn't do anything exciting.
Oh,
I got irradiated again, and then
you still have little tattoo parts, little tattoo dots where they get you.
Well, now it's new. Now it's all stickers up here because it's only a few days, so it's just stickers. So yeah, but yeah, they don't come off in the shower. I'm not an unclean person. They just don't come off in the goddamn shower. It's awful. I had the weirdest thing happen to me when I had my family visit, and I'm at the mall with my aunt. Yeah. Right? And we're walking the Glendale Galleria. Went to the Americana, walking around the Glendale Galleria, huge mall. And a woman at one of the makeup, not kiosks, but actual makeover stores right in front of the Bloomingdale's there, right?
Sure.
Yeah, she asked my aunt, hey, do you want a little something? I was like, actually, I could use this. And so I'm like, treat yourself, right? Go in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so she's going in. I bump in to a random buddy I knew. I was like, hey, I was like, we're talking. And then one of the girls who works.
You hooked them up? Did you get them together?
I tried. He's gay though. He's gay and married with his husband. But I still tried. I was like, you sure you don't want to take a shot? You sure you don't want
She's only in town for a couple of days. You can hit it and quit it.
Come on, buddy. It doesn't have to be a permanent thing. It doesn't have to be serious.
Just hit it and quit it. Get on out.
Just do it. And then this fucking chick who's had to have been in her 20s who worked at the store is just standing outside, and she starts making small talk with me.
Okay.
And I'm like, the more it went on, she's like asking me where I'm from, what do I do, and I'm like,
she's trying to sell you something?
No, it's all women stuff. My aunt already bought it. I'm just like, and then she started asking me I'm like, is she fucking flirting with me?
She wants some of the D, right? She wants some of the D.
Part of me wanted to be like, what's the matter with you? That's all I could think. Is just like, I didn't want to presume. So I was just politely bantering. Right. Oh, yeah, this is that. But part of me would be like, if this is what you're after, go get your head out of your ass. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You know what I mean? Like, that's where I'm at now. Like, I finally felt mature and old in a good way. Because, I was just like, I was like, I didn't say anything because, I didn't want to assume. But it kind of felt like that, right? And I was just like, I wanted to be like, yeah, I'm engaged. Didn't have to go there. But I was like, yeah, I'm engaged. I take a fucking 2-hour shit every other day. Like, you sure that? What are you doing?
But like 2015, Jerry, you're trying to find the door to get behind the hot dog.
I'm trying to fuck her. I'm trying to fuck her in Panda Express. I'm like, let's at least finger you. Fucking give me a handy. I'll finger blast you at Panda Express. 2015.
Look how much you've aged in 10 years. 10 years. Look
10 years. 10 years. I'm like, holy shit, the mathnasium's empty. Let's go.
Let's go.
That's what I want to. There's a table for fucking at the mathnasium. But instead I was just like, what's wrong with you? That's my only thought. It was this poor idiot. Like, go make someone your own age miserable. Why you fucking, you know what I mean? Like, Jesus Christ. And then I thought about that too. It's like, once you find somebody, I have no interest in any of that ever again. It's just the headache of dealing with another person that you don't know.
It's kind of how I felt after I got to the end of Rygar and I didn't quit it.
Right?
I didn't finish Rygar, but I got to the point where I was sick of it, and so I stopped playing it. And I'm like, do I ever want to try to start it over and go again? Like, no. I got no intention of playing Rygar ever again.
The ship sailed. I've had plenty of good times. It just felt nice to just be like, I could give a fuck about any of this. Like, it was just like, it's just, oh my God. It's just depressing how so many people still fall for that shit. You know what I mean? And it's like, I know you haven't, but I wonder, to the people who do pursue that kind of stuff, have you not seen any episode of The Sopranos? It never works out with Tony and his guma. It's always crazy shit. It never works out. I was like, oh, what am I going to? You want me to tell? I'm like, I read Marvel Unlimited while I'm taking a dump. You really want this?
I jerked off one time and gave myself a nosebleed. You want?
Yeah,
You
you
want
really
some?
want to do this? I would leave you for a Ninja Turtles figure. I just want you to know this. Like that's how unimportant this. It's just, oh god, it's so fucking. It's so nice to feel old and mature. I'm gonna say mature already, but
Mature, not old.
maybe it's just
Mature.
old. I love it though. It was like, oh god, the
You just don't
headache.
care about those things anymore. It's
No,
weird the things you don't care about it. It's a weird you get to that point where there's things you that used to mean everything to you, and now you just don't give a shit about.
chasing Poon Annie used to be everything for me. Chasing Poon Annie used to be the be all end all. Now, I'm back to chasing fucking action figures. That's like,
It's come full circle.
So much more rewarding. So much more rewarding. I
Yes,
mean,
it
my
is.
God, I'd look back.
Cheaper too.
Cheaper, more rewarding. I'm just pissed I didn't meet Andre when I was like 25. You know what I mean? Like it just okay. Then none of this. Then I could just imagine the toy collection I'd have had by now, Eddie.
Massive toy
Imagine
collection.
the figures I would have had. The video games. Jesus fucking Christ, the video games.
You lost 15 years just chasing.
Because Andrea, she'll bullshit, but she likes playing old Nintendo games, right?
Yeah.
She'll bullshit you and try to act too cool for school. If I had met her when I was fucking 25, and she was like, "Oh, I like playing old Nintendo games sometimes," I'd have been like, "Oh yeah, those," and then I would have bought all the valuable ones when they were still like $10, $5.
And you guys would be in a mansion right now. You'd be in a mansion right now.
A fucking mansion. It's fucking depressing. Oh, damn it. The things. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
The shit I put up with. The shit. You know, I get it. We're gonna geek out on a few things. I might actually have to. So I'm playing Shinobi 3. Nopes? Shins?
Nopes?
Shins?
Shins?
On my streams for the Sega Genesis. By the time you hear this episode, no, it'll be tomorrow. Maybe this evening I might finish Shinobi 3. I'm close to the end.
Okay.
Have you just played the arcade Shinobi, right?
I just played the arcade Shinobi.
Now that I've played the arcade, vague memories of the arcade one, but I've played through 2 and 3, which are like the best ones, right? Of the OG. Yeah. Man, you know what I think would be a good fight?
What?
Shinobi versus Ninja Gaiden.
But Ninja Gaiden, I love Ninja Gaiden. I fucking love Ninja Gaiden.
Ninja Gaiden just barely.
I'm not familiar enough with Shinobi to make the comparison, but I would right now just if you laid both, if you said you can just have Ninja Gaiden, or you can take on Shinobi and not know what it is, but it could be great. I would go with the known of Ninja Gaiden.
I remember
over the unknown of Shinobi.
And I'm now that I'm almost done with Shinobi 3.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Ninja Gaiden. I'm still gonna pick Ninja Gaiden. It just, even though Shinobi looks better, obviously it's a console ahead, whatever.
Yeah.
And Shinobi, like, there are some set pieces in Shinobi 3. There is a stage where you start on a falling boulder, like in between two mountains, and you just fall. You're standing on a boulder that's collapsing, and that's the entire stage. You just have to leap from boulder. It's fucking awesome. It's got some incredible, but man, I'll never forget playing Ninja Gaiden for the first time, and when you got past the first level, and all of a sudden there's like a cinematic cutscene, and I'm like, oh, I'm watching a fucking movie. I was like, what is happening? I remember my jaw hit the fucking floor during that, and I was like, this is. So I think that's why. And then of course 2 and 3 are just so fucking good. I don't know, man. Now the only weird thing about Ninja Gaiden, and Shinobi that we talked about, Shinobi 2 is just all Aunt Patty, right?
Yeah.
Thankfully, Shinobi 3 was like, Aunt Patty, you take the night off, right?
You did good.
You had a great run.
Go play some bingo.
Except there's one boss fight in Shinobi 3 that's pure Aunt Patty, where you're basically fighting Mecha Godzilla as a boss. And you're like, okay, Aunt Patty just had a little bit of input. She wrote a scene and then took off. But Ninja Gaiden really doesn't have the Aunt Patty moments except the football player.
Yeah.
Remember that? The one guy who's just in a full football uniform, just running.
He's just
like what is happening right now? What is?
Was he in full football gear? Was it like that combat training? Is it the combat training gear that you have, like the big chest pad and the? I couldn't remember. I don't remember.
Let's see.
Was it football? Or was it like that karate training gear?
I think you might be saving this. You might be able to Kellyanne Conway this. I think you can.
I think I remember it being like, it looked like karate training gear.
Right.
I could be wrong. Sparring gear.
Let's see. Runners. They're similar. Let's see. Okay, there it is. Okay, there we go. Eddie, this is a subject of debate. In the original NES game, the enemy's design is a subject of debate. On one side, their helmet and posture lends them to be football players charging forward. On the other, they're military soldiers, commandos, in sharing the same palette as the gunners. Enemies are commonly paired with. However, in the PC Engine version, the TurboGrafx 16, they were clearly represented as football players, with the addition of orange accenting them and more noticeable football gear.
So they're like Denver Broncos.
Maybe, even though the New York Jets in the game, in the NES game. But I wonder if it's because if it was basically, because let me double check here before we get harassed by listeners who will say we fucked it up, right?
Yeah, and they love to let you know.
They're really good at that. They're actually pretty good. Thank God we don't have the shitty. We're pretty lucky with our listeners, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so.
We're fairly so.
Except they don't leave enough positive ratings
or 5 stars, positive text reviews. So Tecmo made Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah. So I think that's why I liked it so much, because Tecmo's one of my favorite game designers.
Was that them going, hey, we got Tecmo Bowl? Maybe that's what that was. A little cross promotion.
Maybe it was a little crossover. We have
Tecmo. Look, you want to just look. I know you can't stop Bo Jackson in Tecmo Bowl. You want to just slice him to pieces right here. Right here's a ninja. Just slice him to pieces. That's the only way.
I did love Tecmo.
Dude, I wonder. But I think I have to give it. I have to give the slight edge to Ninja Gaiden. I love these Shinobi games. Don't get me wrong. I love them.
Yeah.
But goddamn, dude. And then remember that cutscene in the first Ninja Gaiden where he's just standing on the fucking mountaintop and you see the castle in the distance?
Yeah.
Jesus, come on, dude. Come on.
Good shit.
Come on. How could you? Oh, brilliant. So yeah, I think I've been geeking out over Shinobi. Shinobi's great. I ain't hating on Shinobi. Shinobi's fan-fucking-tastic.
Nice.
But goddamn, I was thinking, like, who walks out? I think it's got to be Ninja Gaiden. I'm with you. It's got to be Ninja Gaiden. Now, the real tough one for me is you put Ninja Gaiden and Castlevania in that steel cage.
I think you give it to Castlevania just because of the lore of the stories.
I think so too, and how part 2...
It's such a much more fleshed out world that you're sort of familiar with, but not.
Right. And then part 2, they at least... Some people hate it. I love the second one. At least it went radically different. Like it is a what the hell is this kind of game. Where, part 3 is fantastic. Part 3 is probably the best one, but like 2, I just, oh God, that's it. I think I got to go Castlevania there.
Yeah, I would take
Castlevania still ain't
over Ninja Gaiden, but still, yeah.
Ninja Gaiden might be the greatest ninja video game of our day, if that makes sense.
I would say that, yeah. I'm trying to think what else would be up there. But...
Of our time, I think it has to be. I don't know what else. I don't know what else could do it. Jesus, and we were talking about this. Remember, this is a big, heavy conversation back when I was in high school, and this is why in high school I was not floating in Poon Annie. Because I was having discussions about like Highlander, one-on-one Leonardo from Ninja Turtles. I gotta go Leonardo. No offense to Highlander.
Okay, if you want to.
Which is the worst movie? The first Ninja Turtles or the first Highlander? I gotta go Highlander. I think the first Ninja Turtles works a little bit. The first Highlander is like, what the fuck? What's happening?
I think Ninja Turtles might age better.
Me too.
I think it ages better. But at the time, I loved Highlander.
Highlander was so fucking great when you first saw it.
Yeah. It just doesn't age well.
Every time you see it in the States, you're like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, it just doesn't age well. I think
it's people like Highlander 2 is a fucking mess. I'm like, 2 is a mess? Yeah, really? You want to take a look at 1 again? You want to revisit part 1? Are you sure 2's just the mess?
Okay, if you want to go matchups, how about with Predator versus Shredder?
Man, I have to go.
Predator versus Shredder. I take that one.
I think it's close, but it's Predator.
Okay.
I think it's close. Okay, here's one.
All right.
No weapons. No weapons.
No weapons.
Mano y mano.
Fisticuffs. Got it.
Predator.
Bare knuckles.
Chewbacca. No weapons. No weapons.
I think I go Chewbacca because I think they're natural. They're natural hand-to-hand combat fighters. Where I think Predators.
Predator needs a gimmick. The Predator needs a gimmick.
They need the weapon of whoever they're facing.
You take the gimmick away, they fucking blow themselves up. They can't handle the pressure.
No,
the Predator cannot hear. Predator can't hear the foot. If the Predator hears the footsteps coming, it's dropping the pass.
Fucking Chewie just rips his arms off and beats him with him.
Chewie kills him. I think I go Chewie too. But Predator Shredder, full on weapons.
I just go full weapons, but maybe no cloning tech for Predator.
Okay. Fuck. Jesus. I mean,
I think I take Predator. I think I take
Predator, but I will say this. To his credit, Shredder seems to defy death. He seems to have come back for the Predator has not.
No, we've seen Predator die pretty much every movie.
Yeah, once it's gone, it's gone. But Shredder, man. I still think you're right. I still got to go Predator. I think I got to go
Predator beats Shredder.
I think Predator beats. Absolutely. Predator beats Shredder. Man, it's a good one, though, isn't it? That's a good fight. But I think, yeah. Oh, man. That's.
Willow versus Samwise Gamgee.
Willow Upgood, straight up, Sam. This is going to pain me to say this out loud. I think Sam stomps the shit out of him.
But I agree with you. But I think Willow beats Bilbo Baggins, or Frodo Baggins. I think Willow beats Frodo, but Samwise could kick the shit out of Willow.
I'm with you there too. Yes, Frodo's not. Frodo, no, he's not that.
But you piss off Samwise, he'll rip your throat out.
He'll kill you. I think it's ugly what he does to Willow. After Willow beats the shit out of Frodo, it is ugly what Samwise does.
It's unspeakable. You don't want to speak about it. It's unspeakable what Samwise does to Willow.
They're going to walk into a tavern. He's going to be fucking Willow's dead body.
You did that to Mr. Frodo? You did that to Mr. Frodo?
Frodo's not even dead. He's like, Sam, Jesus, I'm okay. Let's just get me to a hospital.
His fucking bloody nose. It's fine. Please, stop. Stop fucking that corpse of Willow.
You proved your point, man.
I'll buy you a mead. Just stop.
Oh, if only that could be our title. Stop fucking that corpse of Willow. I'm going to say stop blanking that corpse of Willow. How about that? Stop blanking. Oh, man. Yeah,
so I was geeking out over, I don't know if you saw that leaked, I think I sent you that leaked photo of Robert Downey Jr. in the Iron Man, in the Doctor Doom get.
Which looks like Iron Man, which looks like Starky.
Looks very Stark techy. I mean, look at the chest plate.
Man. It's good shit. I wouldn't mind it if he was his own. Okay, I'm going to say this. Here's my pie in the sky wish.
Yeah.
is that they've been playing us, and he's a variant, and he'll be a major player, but the real Doctor Doom is going to be Cillian Murphy or someone like that.
I'm hoping it's Cillian Murphy. If they're gonna do the whole swerve where this is just a variant of Tony Stark and there's a real Doctor Doom out there that they're gonna go forward with after this Secret Wars thing.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm hoping it's like Cillian Murphy. But I don't mind the idea. I mean, I like the idea that Doctor Doom is a variant of Tony Stark, and it's just you saw what happened. One Tony Stark made these choices, the other one made these choices. They both had the same desire to protect their worlds.
Well, and
they made different choices.
It goes back to that thought of where so many people have kind of thought Doctor Doom really should be Iron Man's main villain in the comics.
Yeah.
Right? You know, and
they're so similar.
They're so similar. So it would be, that would make a hell of a lot more sense to do it as a Stark variant who, you know, it's so, yeah, I don't hate it. I don't hate it. I'm down with that. But I also just love the OG Doctor Doom outfit so much. I hope we get to see it at some point.
Yeah, I think you have to see that, Matt. I mean, and that the MCU's been good about giving us very comic accurate or close to comic accurate.
Close, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Suits for most of the characters, not all of them, but for most of them, pretty close. So I think we'll see something very close to Doctor Doom's mask. I would hope.
I can't fucking wait, dude. I don't know what the hell they're gonna do, but I can't wait. And the more I'm reading this Fantastic Four shit, oh my god, I'm almost done with Hickman's Fantastic Four run, and it's fucking incredible. Like, there are so many jaw-dropping moments throughout it. And the one I knew about, it was weird. Having it spoiled by memory. Because I remember being at a comic book store when I was working a gig in Texas when it first came out.
Yeah.
And I was just looking for action figures, right? And these two guys were talking about it. And I was like, oh my God, right? I'm like, that sounds incredible. And then I start reading this. I'm like, oh, wait, is this going to be?
Right.
And now I don't know if they're going to do it for the movies. I don't see how they could. Maybe it takes such a build up though. I want to tell you so bad, but I don't, but I want to, but I don't, but I want to, because I will say, knowing what was going to happen, I was still like, what the ever? Oh, just watching.
Does it have to do with Council of Reed? Does it do something with the Council of Reeds? No.
Nope. I don't know how they could do this in the MCU. I think it would take, for just the general movie going public, it would take a lot of build up to understand. Oh my God. Right. And so I don't think.
Well, that's the thing I've been noticing with the Secret Wars run that I've been trying to read, and even some of the comics that lead into it. It's like it takes such a massive build up to understand what is happening.
Yep.
And I don't think we've gotten even an inkling of that yet in any of these multiverse movies that they've done. Maybe Multiverse of Madness, when you see some of the what do they fucking call them, when the universes collide, the multiverse, when the incursions, you see some of the incursions happening. Yep. That might be an inkling of what may be in store. Enough build up.
This was, and I'd known that this character was as powerful, but it was still like, God damn, they just did that. You know what I mean? It was like, motherfucker, that motherfucker just did that. Like, it was, the way it was done was so fun. Oh, it's my ultimate geek out. I don't think I've geeked out over anything like I have this in the past, like, few months. It was just, I can't wait for you to read it. Again,
is that character you're talking about? Is that character currently in the MCU right now?
No, I don't. No. And there's probably no way. I don't think there's any way they make it in yet. Yeah, it hadn't even been hinted at. Hasn't even been squeaked at that. Oh, maybe they're going to be in this, right?
Right.
It's not at all. It's man. It was something. It was something. Now, if you don't want me to say anything to those who might know, I'm just going to say it had to deal with when the Celestials come. And I was like, that moment, to those who know, you know.
Yeah.
And it was like, so our heroes thought their gooses were cooked when the Celestials showed up. And then it was like, are you fucking kidding me? I'll tell you this, the Celestials even pull a fucking Devastator.
They combine.
It was just boom, boom, but just crazy shit after crazy shit after crazy shit. It was 4 Celestials, and god damn, it is they come to destroy Earth, right?
Yeah.
And oh my god, it is, whoo, man. God, I'm dying to say it, Eddie. I'm dying to fucking say it. It's killing me. Oh man.
Well, it's just, yeah. I mean, I guess we don't want to ruin it for any ramblers who haven't read the comics.
But they're also like 13 years old too.
They are old, so they can be spoiled.
It's like me ruining the end of Titanic.
What happened at the end of Titanic?
It's not even like there's still more. It doesn't even like, I'm not even gonna, like, me, if I were to tell you this, there's still like 9 other jaw droppers that are just not even hinted at with me telling you this.
Wow.
There's just so
things you could see folded into the upcoming films. Things that could happen.
The stuff I'm leaving out, yes. And if I tell you this, I don't see. You'll be like, okay, I don't know how they could put that in the movie, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm gonna tell you. I don't have to.
Tell me.
The Celestials show up.
Okay.
Reed is like, oh, we're done.
Right.
Galactus fucking shows up to fight off the Celestials, and he kills one. He just fucking kills one. Wow. That's when the other 3 merge and fucking kill Galactus.
Oh.
And his body just plummets. And then the Celestials unmerge and they're ready to destroy Earth. And then this fucking wormhole appears above them and out.
Why is Galactus defending Earth?
You'll see. You'll see. Okay. It's great. And then you just see an adult, like 30-something-year-old Valeria and Franklin Richards appear out of the wormhole.
Okay.
And Franklin goes up to modern young Franklin, older Franklin, and he's like, "You ready?" And the kid's like, "Yeah, I guess so." And then these fucking orbs come out of their bodies, right?
Okay.
And then Reed goes, and now this is a few issues after Galactus has been killed. And then Reed goes, he's had so many, Franklin says he's had so many heralds over the millennia, but he's only been my herald. And he just rises Galactus's dead body. And fucking Galactus just comes back to life and Franklin, he just sits there and he just boom. And he literally says, "To me, my Galactus." And then boom, Galactus just rises up and fucking takes out the Celestials. I was just like, what the fuck? Like, he basically makes Galactus his pet. It was.
How did they get to the point where the son of Reed Richards is more powerful than Galactus?
So this has been hinted at since their birth. And Hickman, I don't know if you remember this. You read the whole House of Powers of X, right?
Yeah.
Remember that scene early on when Cyclops has the showdown with the Fantastic Four?
Yeah.
And he tells him, he goes, if your son's ever ready, if your son and daughter are ever ready to take their place among their people, so...
Yeah.
They all
because they're true mutants, where the Fantastic Four are not.
They all, like, everyone knows that Franklin and Valeria are something else when it comes to like the Celestials,
like Omega, beyond Omega level.
They're just, especially I think Franklin is like just like it would. But dude, it was fucking like, because he's just sitting there, he's getting hit with the Celestials are blasting him, he's just kind of shrugging it off, and then boom, he just rises Galactus from the fucking, just like, it was
damn
fucking, that was the ultimate. I was like, this, but see, again, maybe in a Fantastic Four movie 10 years from now, something like that happens. I don't see how you could do this
and have it pay off well
it's not Franklin, would have to be, it would have to be someone else, I guess. Like, or because there's no hint of Franklin and Valeria in this.
No, we're just now getting the original Fantastic Four. We can't go into their kids
yet. And Eddie, I promise you, I haven't even spoiled. There's so much shit in this Hickman run of Fantastic Four that you're just like, oh my fucking god! Like, there's so many moments you're like, you got to be fucking kidding me. That's just one of them. And I think that was the safest to spoil, because again, I don't see how they could do that in any of these upcoming 4 or 5 movies, right?
Not like, now. I mean, maybe later on when they do you're into the mutant saga and you're out of this multiverse saga and you're into the mutant.
That would be a way. It's but yeah, like, but there's still, like, Valeria does some crazy shit. Like, it's just it's incredible. Like, it's really fucking, it's a great run. It was an applauded and lauded run for a reason. And I think you should read it because, dude, the way I'm looking at it, there's so many things that are happening here. There's something that happens that I will not give away, and I could be way off, but I'm like, oh, okay, this I could see how this could be step 1 to God Emperor Doom.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Like, yeah.
Okay, maybe this thing happens with this. You know what I mean? Like, and then the fact that whole Infinity series ties into this too, that he wrote as well. And then I'm so pissed I quit reading Ultimate Fantastic Four because I loved it. I just fell out. But that's the one where Reed becomes the supervillain of the Ultimate world.
Yeah.
And I think he's going to be a major player because some of the Ultimates books are like required reading on that list later on.
No, he is. I mean, in the 5 issues of Secret Wars I've read.
He's a player, right? He's a major.
Yeah, Evil Reed Richards is a player on the Ultimate side.
Man.
Yeah.
It's. I wonder what makes him go evil. That's the one thing that I'm like curious about.
I mean, it's probably somewhere he's seen every iteration of the future, and the only way the world succeeds is if he controls it.
That's kind of like
something weird, something like that.
That's kind of how the Council of Reeds are. Like, they're a little nefarious to the point where our Reed doesn't want to have anything to do with them.
Yeah,
he's just like, I'm good. You guys are a little too extreme, and so. That has to be.
But it's all born out of that thing of like, no, in order for me to protect the world, it's the reason Tony Stark created Ultron.
Yeah,
and it's the reason maybe this Tony Stark variant turns into Dr. Doom. The intentions are good, right, but it eventually manifests itself into something evil.
That is. Now, do you like that they might be bringing Ultron back, or they are bringing Ultron back?
He is. Yeah, he is in Vision, whatever the Vision series is called.
It's going to be a TV show, right?
Yeah, Disney Plus show.
I don't know about this.
Well, I don't mind it because we only had one movie with Ultron.
Right. And that's great, but I just think that MCU has such a rich lineup of villains that you could just pick someone else. You don't have to go back.
But Ultron is part of Vision.
They're tied, absolutely.
They're tied
basically
together.
Brothers, right? They're basically
so
brothers,
maybe the Vision, or maybe the Ultron.
No, it's his father. Didn't Ultron create Vision?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I think.
And so maybe in this iteration of it, Ultron is maybe it's a thing Vision is having in his head. Maybe Ultron isn't really there. He's having conversations with Ultron. He's that part that's of Ultron inside Vision is talking to him.
Right.
I don't know.
So the Vision was created from a copy of the original robotic Human Torch. Ultron took this inert android and added more advanced technology to it. That's right. Okay.
Yeah, but in the MCU, it was
Stark.
It's supposed to be Ultron's new body, his final form.
So Stark makes Ultron. Then was Stark making? No, Ultron started making his new body, right? Ultron.
He stole the
vibranium.
The vibranium, and then whatever that technology was that healed Hawkeye in the beginning of the movie. That could create like a flesh sort of thing, and then they put the Mind Stone in, and it was part of Jarvis. It was part Stark, part Banner, part Ultron.
And then they canceled it before it could get going.
Yeah. Well, then that's when Thor showed up and fucking threw the lightning down. activated him before it could fully load up Ultron's consciousness into Vision.
I gotta say, as much as people shit on that Age of Ultron movie, the scene where Ultron just picks up Mjolnir like it's a paperweight and goes, "You're gonna," that was like,
right?
Holy shit!
Yeah. Where he walks by, he's like, "He hates you the most." Whatever.
Yes. That was, and I also thought James Spader was underrated as just an evil Tony Stark with Ultron.
Yeah, and I would that's why I would like to get more Ultron because my issue with that movie was I felt like we could have had another half hour that they cut out of there.
I agree.
Like that movie would have been a much better film had it been. It could have been 2 movies. It could have been a 3.5 hour movie or a 3 hour movie.
Just give us 2 hour and 45-minute movies. That'd have been fucking fantastic.
But I think what they did is they had this gigantic movie and then they chopped a bunch of shit, so it just felt like too much into 2 hours. God, and that was the problem.
So good though. I mean, I still enjoyed it, but yes, it could have been. It could have been much more. And I to the same. I kind of wish we got more Quicksilver.
Yeah,
I liked that version of Quicksilver too. I thought that was.
But I bet we see him with when the mutants come around.
I hope so. Yeah, that'd be great. That would be nice. That would be nice. That would because he's, man. Oh well. But yes. So I'm. You got to read these Fantastic Four books, dude. It's.
Yeah.
I sent you the reading list, right? Of like where to. But that reading list is insane because it's like it starts at like 1984 Secret Wars. Like start here. I'm like, okay, enough.
Like easy, calm down.
Easy, but
I got shit to do.
But then they're like, actually, if you really want to get to the heart of it, start with that Fantastic Four run, and then you're good. And I'm like, okay, so that's I'm going to do that.
All right,
it's so
I can do that. I can do that.
So good. I'm going to send you that link.
I don't need to reread Civil War or Secret Invasion. I don't need to reread any of that shit.
I don't think any of that's in it. No. But the list is like you do Secret Wars 1 and 2, then you do like Avengers versus X-Men, all this shit. Like no. Like it. So I think it starts with his run, then it goes to his new Avengers run, then the Illuminati stuff he did, then the Ultimate stuff, and then I think Secret Wars.
Any World War Hulk stuff?
Nope. I don't think so. So it's it's a pretty massive reading list, but I'll send it to you. It's still I'm excited to do it, but
cool.
My God, Eddie, what a goddamn ramble! Look at this.
Wow.
And to think that there are some people who still haven't subscribed, given it a 5-star rating and a positive text review. To think
can't even unbelievable. I can't even think about it.
How do you sleep at night? How do you sleep?
I don't know.
At night?
I don't know how they do.
God
I don't know how they do.
Well, we had a blast. We hope you had a blast. We're going to be back. We will be back Friday to talk about the season finale of Daredevil.
Oh, shit.
And then we have no time to rest because it's just right into fucking Andor.
Mm-hmm.
These are golden times.
Yes, they
is
really
Andor
are.
The same night as Daredevil? Is it going to be Tuesday?
I believe it's on Tuesday. The 22nd? What is the 22nd? That is... I believe that's
a Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
That's Tuesday.
So no matter how bad the real world is, we have at least this pretend world.
We have this great fake world we can visit. So that'll be great. All right, we love you guys. Stay safe out there. Enjoy the music. You know where to find us. You know where to love us. Do all those things. Thank you for listening to the Ramble podcast, the Potteration podcast. We will be back next time. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Oh, look at that.
Oh yeah.
Now, all 4 Ninja Turtles versus a Predator's a squash, right?
I think so. I think you might lose one turtle.
Right. Or they maybe lose an arm.
I don't think they come out. I don't think all 4 come out clean.
Right. But Predator definitely's gone.
I think Predator goes down, but I think they remember the fight.
It's like, ooh, that took a lot. There's a headstone they visit every year.
Yeah, there's some of those. For sure.
Oh, I'd see that though. That'd be a good one. I'd watch that one. I'd pay to see that. That'd be a pay-per-view.